Hello everyone and welcome. Have you ever wished you could get quick, accurate answer from a dense medical document instead of reading through hundreds of pages? In this video, I'm going to walk through my end-to-end project I built to solve exactly that, an AI-powered medical chatbot. So this is not just a simple chatbot. It uses powerful technique called Retrieval-Augmented Generation or RAG to ensure its answers are based on facts from a specific knowledge base. It also has a conversational memory, so you can ask follow-up questions. And the best part, the entire application deployed on Google Cloud Platform with fully automated CI/CD pipeline. By the end of this video, you will understand it is simple architecture, the code, and how it is all gets deployed automatically. Let's get started. So before we go to deep dive into the code, let's look at the architecture. So here is my readme file. Here we are define each and every step in some of the features like conversational interface and conversational memory, state of art, CI/CD automate pipeline, and tech stacks, project structure, and how we can anyone can use these projects. So for the backend, we are using Flask, and the core AI logic handled by LangChain, which it is a open source library by the LangChain to create a wonderful and interactive RAG-based applications uh, based on LLMs. The brain of our chatbot is Gemini model. We use two of the service like text embedding for means converting our text into the embeddings in vectors, and then we store in the vector databases, and then our for medical text into the numerical vector. Then I'm using Gemini 1.5 Flash to generate human like answers. These vectors are stored in a highly efficient serverless vector database. This allows us to lighting fast similarity search in the find most relevant information for any given questions. Finally, the whole application is containerized using Docker and deployed to GCP using a CI/CD pipeline using uh, GitHub Actions. These are the workflow, and we have a CI/CD pipeline here. It's handle automatically CI and CD part. So let's go through my project structure. So we have the store index file. Basically everything starts with the processing our data. So this script store index.py file is responsible for the it uses the py pdf loader to load our medical book from the data folder. Then it pulls it split the 600 plus pages document into a 500 5800 smaller chunks. Next, it's initialized with our Google Gemini embedding uh, upload these chunks and batches. So we use batching just to avoid exceeding API request size limit. Then we have app.py file. So the main application is file is app.py. This is the where magics happen. First we initialize our Flux app and load our APIs. Like here is we loading the all APIs like Pinecone API. Basically, it is store our uh, document in a vectorized form, in vector form or embeddings. Then we use Google API key. uh, then we have use. So basically, uh, we initialize the embedding model again, but this time is task type set to retrieval query. Here is the retrieval query. Then after that, this optimize the embedding for searching. Then we create our history aware rag chain. Basically, here is the Pinecone index and create the base retriever. Then we initialize the Google Gemini model. Then here is a containerizer prompt, means a prompt where how our means LLM should behave. After that, we have the main answering prompt like chat history that combine them into final legs. So this part will main answering prompt. This part will store about the data, history, chat history. Then we have combine them into final chain. Then we handle the routes like history for new session and page is loading. Then we have get and post methods. So when the user give the input, it will get the history and store in. Then we have invoke the reg chain with the input and the history. Then update the all the history the latest turn. So after that we have a in so src folder we have a prompt.py file. Basically it is a prompt. You're a medical assistant for question answering task. Use the following pieces of retrieval. So it is used from give the AI its personal instruction. Then the we have a memory.py file. Means it is a conversational memory is handled by the function called memory.py. This module store the conversation history along allowing our apps to be stateful. Then we have and then we have a CI/CD pipeline. So here I define the complete build and deploy to the GCP our project. So now let's talk about the deployment. Manually deploying an application is slow and error prone. That's why I built a fully CI/CD pipeline using GitHub Actions. This workflow file deploy the means define all the steps. When I post change in the main branch, the pipeline automatically triggers and it authenticates to the Google Cloud. Means here is the authenticate with the Google Clouds. Then set up the Cloud SDK and configure the Docker for artifact registry. Then it will build the Docker and post the Docker image to our artifact repo. So means let me show you my GitHub actions. So these are the step. All the job is successfully run. Means set up a job, check out code, and configure Docker for artifact registry, build and post Docker image, pull and run new Docker container, authenticate to Google Cloud, post checkout complete job, and then here's our GCP where we have stores like VM instances. Just a second, it is loading. We have to select a medical chatbot. So we I create the so here is our like VM instance means we have a rented a PC on a cloud. So use this external IP and paste on a browser. Then simple port number 8080 and hit enter. So here is our medical chatbots, which is currently running on a Google Cloud. So let me ask some of the question. Let start with the hi. So it's running means it will take some time. Okay. Now let me ask one question. What is acne? And it will give me a sample response answer. Basically it will fetch the relevant document from our data knowledge base. Then it will fetch that relevant document and give me the means uh, best document. So and now ask me once again one more question. How to treat acne? What is cancer? Okay. So basically it will take some, so it will give the all the two questions answer. And now What is jaundice? Jaundice and how should I cure it? So it will take time because it is running on a Google Cloud Runner. So basically, I'm using a free tier account, so that's why it will respond after some time. Jaundice is a yellowish discoloration of skin and whites of the eyes due to the build of bilirubin in the blood. It is not a disease itself, but a symptom of a underlying condition, such a liver disease or gallstone. Treatment depends on the entirely underlying causes. So our medical chatbots behave like behave like a real world chatbots where it will be helpful to the medical industries. Means if, Let's take example when you are in the late nights when you are not able to go to the hospitals, and also we can find a quick solution with that chatbot. And means how if someone and you, if you are not aware with that our particular disease, you can come here and ask that particular disease. It will response you according to the knowledge base. So basically, uh, you can train as well this chatbot for advanced level as well. You can add some knowledge base and train on that specific task. So continually keep adding the documents and files, and then it will behave give more accurate because it depend on the knowledge base. So it's working fine. Thank you, and thank you everyone.